Hey, how y'all doing out there? I'm back with you with another video. Today I want to talk about my top 15 things that I dislike about my S20 Ultra. My top 15 things that I dislike about my S20 Ultra. Now don't get me wrong. I'm going to make this very clear right from the beginning. I absolutely love this device. Now the things that I dislike don't even compare to the things that I do like. I like more than double the things about this phone that I dislike about the phone. But it's important because the reason why I'm doing, about the things I dislike, because there's always going to be things that we dislike about a device. No device is perfect. We're all different. We're all going to like different things. We're all going to dislike different things. There's always going to be something about a device that you're not going to like. Now, they probably will be devices that are perfect for you, but are not going to be perfect for everybody, because everybody has different tastes when it comes to certain things. So just wanted to share with you my top 15 things that I dislike. And I know that Samsung could have did a much better job on this device, especially with the things I'm going to talk about. All right, so let's get started. Number one, the phone is mad slippery. Okay, now it's not the biggest deal in the world, only because I normally use a case, but there are times when I do want to just feel the phone. I don't really want to use a case, but the phone is just so slippery that I cannot navigate the phone well without a case because it's just too slippery. Samsung really should have put a matte finish on this device, because everybody don't like cases. There's people that like to feel the phone. There's people that don't like cases because they feel like the case makes the phone too bulky. So everybody's different, but they definitely made with this gloss. Not only is it matte slippery, but then it's a fingerprint magnet on top of that because of the glossy back. All right. Number two, the face unlock. The face unlock is just, it's just okay. It could be so much better. It could be there's so many other manufacturers that make way better face unlock than Samsung, much faster, more responsive. Maybe Samsung's face unlock is a little more secure. Okay, that's possible, but still, you got to make it a little faster, because by the time it recognizes your face, you could have already used your fingerprint. Like with me, with my Xiaomi Mi 10 Pro, all I got to do when I'm using the face unlock is raise that phone to get anywhere near my face and it opens. Like when using face unlock on that phone, I would never ever have to use the fingerprint sensor, because I would never get a chance to get to it before the phone unlocks. So Samsung, please improve your face unlock. It could be so much better. It's just too slow and inconsistent, and sometimes it can be real inaccurate. All right. Number three, only 2 color choices. Really, Samsung, a premium device, $1,400 when it was released. $1,400. 2 colors, gray and black. Really? No, that's unacceptable. The minimum, it should have been 4 to 6 different colors, and one of the colors should have been red and blue. I don't know what it is, why they just can't make a red premium device. Like, give us the color red. I know I would get it if it was red. I like the color red. There's a lot of people that do too. What about blue? What about gold? Like, give us some more colors. Why give the S series and these mid-tier and budget phones 6, 8 different colors, and your most expensive phones, you're only going to give us 2 to 4 colors? That's ridiculous. Okay. Now, everybody, like I said, everybody don't use cases, but even if you're somebody that uses a case, like I got here, I use clear cases. Are usually my favorite cases because they're so comfortable. They got nice grip to them, and you can still see and enjoy the color in the back of the phone. So if it was red, you still be able to see my phone was red. So it'd have been nice to have more than 2 colors. All right. Number 4, only 128 gigs of internal storage. That's unacceptable, because like I said, and I'm going to keep saying it because that's going to be somewhat the theme of this video. $1,400 device, 128 gigs. Are you kidding me? And you're calling yourself the Ultra? There's nothing ultra about that. 128 gigs, no. Minimum should be 256. Now, just based on the price alone, I said this, it should have been 512 gigs. For $1,400 plus tax, you're looking at basically $1,500. Okay? 128 gigs is a joke. It should have been 256 minimum, but in my opinion, based on the price, it should have been 512. Now, I know that some people may say, well, you do get expandable memory. That's not the point. The point is value for your money and the price you're paying for this device. And clearly 128 gigs is an absolute joke. Now, I know there's people out there that say, well, that's more than enough for me. I'll never use all that. You can't speak for everybody. Now, I know for me, I would go through 128 gigs like that. I mean, quickly, because I store a lot of videos, movies, pictures, music, and everything on my device. I shoot YouTube videos on my device. So 128 gigs is not going to cut it. Plus, keep in mind, this phone is 8K, has 8K recording capabilities. So if I ever wanted to shoot in 8K, I'm going to kill all my storage. And that's not counting all of my apps. I got a ton. I mean, it's over, like, I think about 600 apps on my phone. So I need more storage. 128 ain't going to do it. All right. All right. Number 5. This phone is 45 watt capable. It should have came with the 45 watt charging brick in the box. The fact that it came with a 25 watt charger is not acceptable. Once again, $1,400 plus tax. Okay? If it can charge up to 45 watts, it should have the 45 watt charger in the box. Stop being cheap, Samsung. Okay, stop it. OnePlus 67, the Mi 11 Ultra 67 watt charging brick in the box. Okay, OnePlus 65 watt charger in the box. Okay, there's other companies that advertise a certain wattage for their phone, and they're actually putting the charger in the box. So there's no excuse for you to be putting a 25 watt charger in the box as opposed to a 45 watt charger when it's capable of 45 watt charging. Now with the S21 Ultra, no charging brick at all, which is unacceptable, and I don't know why anybody would readily accept that, because I wouldn't, and I haven't. All right, next, 15 watt fast wireless charging. Are you serious? Really? No, unacceptable. $1,400 device. Once again, 15 watt charging, 2.5 hours to fully charge from 0 to 100. When you got OnePlus 30 watt charging, Mi 11, Mi 10 Pro 30 watt charging. I mean, there's other companies that actually brought their phone out with much faster charging speeds on wireless charger, and you give us measly 15 watt fast wireless charging for a $1,400 device that's supposed to be, once again, ultra. No, there's nothing ultra about 15 watt wireless charging. It's just not. Okay. Next, no Quad HD at 120 hertz refresh rate. Only 1080p. Unacceptable. This is supposed to be an ultra. Why couldn't we use Quad HD and 120 hertz at the same time? Unacceptable, and I don't like that. Number 8, the fingerprint sensor can be a little funny. Now, they did make some improvements with it. They made it a little bit bigger, but still, it can be a little inconsistent. You gotta press hard and you gotta press longer. Like, it's just inconsistent. So that definitely should have been better. And I know it's actually is better with the S21 Ultra, but I'm talking about the S20. I don't like the fingerprint sensor all that much. I just don't. Okay. Next, no headphone jack. Now I know I'm gonna hear, I don't need a headphone jack. I've moved over to Bluetooth. Good for you. Everybody is not into Bluetooth like that. There are many people that like the quality of sound you get from a wired connection, and I'm going to keep saying it. Okay, you're going to get a better overall quality of sound from a wired connection as opposed to Bluetooth. Now, at least with this device, they did put a set of AKG tuned headphones, US Type-C in the box. But still, there was no reason to remove the headphone jack. If you could put it on your mid-tier devices, if you could put it on your budget devices, it should be on your most expensive devices. Stop taking away things from the premium devices and charging us more money. It's ridiculous. Next, no real animation or haptic feedback on the fingerprint sensor. Now you do get this little water ripple effect. That's all you get, and you get no vibration whatsoever. Samsung, you gotta step up your game when it comes to animations on your devices. Okay, they're just weak. They're just weak. Number 11, no heart rate monitor. Now think about, look how big this camera module is. You mean to tell me you couldn't fit a heart rate monitor on that? Easily could have fit the heart rate monitor on the back of that, easily. And now I know most of you gonna say, well, I never used it, and that's good for you, but there are people out there that did use it, and I was one of them, because I work out, and it tested your oxygen level, your stress level, of course your heartbeat, your monitor, your blood pressure. I mean, it came in handy, and I use Samsung Health. So I wish it would have had a heart rate monitor. That would have been nice, and it could have easily fit on the back of that camera module, because that's where it was at on prior devices. Like the Note 9 was the last device that had the heart rate monitor, and it was right back there on the camera. So it could have been implemented on this device. Number 12, no IR blaster. That's a universal remote control, which Samsung used to put on their devices many years ago. Back, I think the Note 4 was the last one that they had the IR blaster on it. You're calling yourself an Ultra. Where's the IR blaster? Now, I know you have a thing on there called Smart Things, but that's not a universal remote control. It's not. And one day I might do a video on Smart Things, but it's not a universal remote control, so I'm disappointed they didn't have that on this device. Number 13, no case in the box. For some of you, that don't matter. Matters to me because, like I said, for me, it's all about value. $1,400, you couldn't put a clear gel case like this in the box? So you could put it in the box for your mid-tier devices. You could put a case in the box for your budget devices, but you can't put a case in the box for your most expensive devices? Look, listen, y'all. Consumers, we're the ones that make money for these companies. If we stop accepting all this crap, they would have to start giving us these things, or at least if we complain about them, they would do better. But when you just keep accepting what they're putting out there, they're not going to change. They're just going to keep taking away more things. I mean, think about it. Think about what they've done. They've taken away the charger. No case, no headphones, with the no removable tips. I mean, they just keep taking away things. So there is no unboxing experience anymore with Samsung device. There is no unboxing experience at all. It's just a phone. So you gotta complain, or they're not gonna change anything. It's just gonna get worse. Number 14, no iris scanner. Last phone that was on was the Note 9. Love that. It's very secure. It's pretty fast. Now I know some people think it was probably a gimmick. That was not a gimmick, and I used it all the time. I used it more than I used the fingerprint sensor. And they could have put a little thin bezel at the top, and they could have easily fit that underneath there. So I hate that fact that they took away the iris scanner, because I loved it. And the last thing, number 15, this camera module is just so huge. I mean, it did not have to be this big. I mean, y'all see how big this thing is. This was probably one of Samsung's worst designed phones, because you see how much nicer the S21 Ultra looks compared to this. But you adjust. Like, I have other cases besides this that makes it, not be so, makes the back of the phone look a whole lot better. But I just never liked how big this camera module is. It's just humongous, and it didn't have to be that big. So Samsung kind of messed up with the design for this phone. They didn't do a good job with the design. But those were the top 15 things that I dislike about my S20 Ultra. Of course, I'll do a video on all the things that I do like about the S20 Ultra. And trust me when I tell you, it's double of the things I like than the things I dislike. But like I said, with all of us, we all are going to have something about a device that we don't like. It's just the way it is. All right? So thank you for taking the time to view this content. I do appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. Please hit that like or that thumbs up. And please consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. And I hope you guys are staying well and safe. God bless. Peace.